Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, this is our final try, you guys. If this does not pan out, I give up. And I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties. Let's see, Rythmia's live. It says we're live. Let's see, I'm gonna turn off all my other devices off of the Wi-Fi because none of my Apple devices would work today. I just tried logging on with my iPhone, audio problems. Logging on with my computer, audio problems. Logging on with my iPad, audio problems. That weird hissing sound like I have the tap running, but there's no tap running. But now we've got it. There we go. We've got it on Levi's phone. Hey Levi, I want to say hi to folks.
Hello.
So Levi, I have the luxury of a cameraman today because A, we have to use his phone, and B, the baby is having a nap, so we get to have some help today. There we go. Elias is here. Who else is joining? Christy Cobb is saying hello. Davina says, sounds great now. Christy Cobb, it's okay. We understand why. George Bell. Kimberly Richardson, hey there. Ocean is watching from New York City. Please, guys, let me know where you're watching from. The only explanation I have is around the internet not working, because that was the other technical difficulty. We just had 2 different attempts, and we just could not get connected. Everyone's on the internet right now because everyone's at home. But I don't understand. Every one of my Apple technologies did not work. When I recorded a regular video using the camera app, there was no audio problems, but when I tried to do a video on Facebook, there was an audio problem. Who knows why? If anyone has had those similar problems, let me know. Kimberly watching says, hello, hey there. Okay, Christy says, it did it to me earlier on my live meditation. Okay, cool, so this must be a Facebook thing. Watching from Phoenix, George Bell says, love you guys. Bridie Lee says, good morning, Miss Meg. Thank you. Good morning to you. It's Monday morning for you, isn't it, Bridie? India says, hello again from Houston, Texas. Georgia, USA. Kimberly's watching from. Christy Cobb's watching from Oregon. We've got East Hampton, New York in the house. We've got, yes, devices is the word. I was thinking of Georgina or Georgina. Watching from Aloha from BI. What's BI? What's BI stand for? Donna's watching from Phoenix. Keep letting me know, guys. The audio sounds great. This was stressful. I don't normally get worked up. It's 20 after 2. I don't normally get worked up about this type of stuff, but Levi just witnessed me having a bit of a meltdown, wasn't I?
A little bit.
A little bit. I got all dressed up for you guys. I was like, we're going to go live, whether technology wants it or not. Because Megan Dovak's watching from Long Island, New York. Looking beautiful, as always, says Jessica. Thank you. Joshua's watching from Colorado Springs, Colorado. So, what are we on? Week 6 of this self-quarantine isolation thing? Something like that. Day 59 or something like that. No excuse to get dressed up. Hell, we don't even have to shower. Put on makeup, pajamas all day. That's the thing, right? So I've decided I'm going to start taking all of these opportunities, like Facebook, to get myself dolled up and feel good about myself. So this beautiful dress is a dress that I was gifted to from a friend. I'm not really sure if I'm wearing it right, so Kelly, if you're watching, let me know. I'm assuming that this was the back because of the deep V. But it's got like long sleeves that I can, I've been rolling them up because it's hot in here. I could get a little bit sassy, but I'm not going to because I'm cooking. It's got to be proper. But I felt like I wanted to get dressed up, and I have all of these amazing earrings that my friend Fabian made me that I don't have an opportunity to wear because I'm not going out, and if I wear them at home when the baby's up, she wants to rip them out of my ears. I haven't had an opportunity to wear my fake lashes lately, so I'm putting them on for you guys on Facebook. So thank you for joining me. Donna says it's week 891. Feels like that, doesn't it? It really, really does. It feels like we have been in a self-isolation forever, but I'm not going to complain because, really, we have our health, we have a roof over our head, we have an abundance in love for my family and friends. I've been connecting so much. I've been talking to my mom almost every day, connected with my dear friend Fiona. Still not connected? Are we connected? Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. So,
Quick, get cooking.
We just got interrupted, but I don't know if I have to wait for you guys to catch up with me or what. Oh, it just cut right out. So now we're back live. So weird. Are you guys still with me? Do I still have you guys with me here?
Quick, get cooking.
very good. I don't know what's going on with the internet here today, but we just got cut out. We are back. I'm gonna start doing the recipes so we can maybe get something done before we get cut off again. So if you guys are still watching, let me know. Hopefully we didn't lose you guys all. Lynn says yes, and I'm not sure what she's saying yes to at this point, but we're gonna get rocking and rolling. So my theme today, all things Apple. So I made this decision to do this this theme a few weeks back when I had a bag of apples going soft in the fridge. I have since used those, so I had to buy more apples. But I wanted to show you guys a few quick recipes. I've got the oven preheating here. I was going to show you guys how to make applesauce from raw apples without cooking it or anything, because I used to do it all the time when I was doing cooking classes. And this is my first cookbook that I wrote. It's called Map Wellness Morsels. It's all vegan, mostly raw. I have a recipe for easy applesauce here. I'm going to post this in the comments. It's the easiest thing in the world. You just throw some raw apples. I like to use Macintosh, dates, cinnamon, and some lemon juice in your food processor. And you end up with this beautiful raw version of applesauce. It's absolutely fresh, delicious, and just a delight. So I'm not going to bother showing you guys that today because it's super, super easy. But I'm going to put it in the comments. I'll take a picture and I'll post the picture of that recipe in the comments. In the meantime, we're going to talk about a couple of recipes here. I'm going to see how many I can get in. I have 3 planned. You'll see how many we can do. The first thing we're going to do is an apple oat bar. This is a really easy and cheap recipe and one that's great for kids. I'm not going to lie, I'm multitasking here and decided that this recipe would be a good one for Kobe to have for breakfast and for snacks. So I'm making this for you and for my daughter who is napping. So this is an oat-based bar. So here I've got about 2 cups worth of oats. Really, really easy. I'm going to add a few seasonings in here. No, not a few seasonings, a few other things. Here I have 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. This is going to give a little bit of good extra protein, omega fats, and also be a binding agent to hold these bars together. I'm going to add some cinnamon in. I'm not sure if you guys caught my whole blah, blah, blah about fashion, but I dressed up for you guys today wearing a fancy dress and eyelashes and the whole charade, and I'm going to use this as an excuse for this whole isolation time to get fancy for y'all, because we don't leave the house for any other reason. So there's no reason to wear makeup or shower for that matter. But I'm going to do it for you guys every Sunday. Jeff Clark just joined. Perfect. We got people joining on. So this, I would love this heated up in a pot with some water, and you've got some delicious cinnamon chia oatmeal, but that's not where we're going with this today. I'm going to add in some sweet maple syrup. So I've got it's about 2 tablespoons. This is optional. You don't have to add in the sweetener, but I need to have some sweet. My fat here today for this is going to be coconut oil. This is about 2 tablespoons worth of coconut oil. 2.5 actually. I think I ended up doing about 2.5. Coconut oil, delicious. And then a pinch of sea salt. Always got to have a pinch of sea salt. Just brings the flavors all together. And applesauce. I said all things apple, right? So you could use mashed bananas, but we're going to use apple. So this is a full cup of applesauce. And this is just an unsweetened applesauce that I have in the fridge that I feed to my daughter. And it's great as a substitute for oil in certain baked good recipes. So that is that. Mashed banana is really good. Instead of, it would have to be really good ripe banana, but you could use that if you don't want to use apples, but apple is the theme today. Delicious. So this would be good off a spoon. It's kind of like that soaked oats idea. You could just add in some almond milk, throw this in the fridge overnight, and you'd end up with a nice soaked oats. But we're going to bake it. So I'm going to add some of my vegan spray here to this here baking dish. And I want to get this in the oven so that I can potentially have it done by the time we get done with this Facebook Live. We might not. I might just let this bake and see what it looks like in the comments. I'll post a picture just because I don't want to risk getting cut out again if I take too long being live here. So I'm just pressing this with my spatula into my baking pan. Like, how easy is that? And this is a delicious snack. You could, once this is baked, you could drizzle some white chocolate or dark chocolate over the top. Would be really, really delicious. Or some sort of, make some sort of cream cheese icing would be really good. But it's going to be just like a granola, an apple chia cinnamon granola bar once it's all done. So I'm just making this nice and even so it's going to bake evenly. Look at how easy that is. It just presses right into the pan. Da, 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 da. Into the oven. I've got the oven preheating at 350 degrees. And I'm going to let that bake for about 20-25 minutes. Da, da, da. One recipe done. Easy peasy. So the next recipe that we're going to do is a keto style apple crisp. So Keto meaning that I'm not using any flour or oats or grains in it. Apples are pretty, especially if you're using green apples, they're one of the lowest sugar and fruit, lowest sugar fruits, and you know, with the keto diet, you typically can have low sugar fruits. You just gotta be mindful of it. Keep yourself in ketosis, but I'm not a dietitian and I'm not an advocate for any type of special diet, but I know that a lot of my viewers like these kinds of recipes, so that's why I'm doing it. So I've got some almond flour here. If you remember, a couple of weeks back, I had a bunch of slivered almonds that I made into this almond flour, so that is going to be the base of our crisp. And the beauty about the topping for crisps is it's not exact science. It's not like, you know, other baking recipes where you have to be exact, so I'm not going to worry about it. This is about a half a cup of almond flour. Normally I like to use pecans, but I don't have any pecans, so what I've got here is about a half a cup of Brazil nuts and almonds that I chopped up, and that's going to be our texture for our crisp. I'm going to add in some cinnamon. Cinnamon and apples, you know, match made in heaven. We use it all the time. And then a little bit of vanilla. Any dessert, I like to just put a little bit of vanilla. It just brings it all together. That's the end of that. And then I'm going to add in some butter. So this is going to be what's going to crisp it up. So I'm going to use my oat spatula because neither Levi, Kobe, or I are keto, so we don't really care. So I'm going to add my butter in, and this is what's going to help. It's a little bit soft. I prefer it a little bit more melted, but that'll do. And this is going to be what gives it a nice crispy coating. So I'm just going to mix that all up real nice. In the meantime, I'm going to start preheating my pan over here, because this is what I'm going to do get the filling starting to cook in. So mixing that up. Yum. Oh, so I didn't add any sweetener in that yet. So what we do need to add is a little bit of sweetener. What did I forget here? Oh, you know what? I think I put the wrong things. I put the wrong butter in here, but it's the same amount because I'm going to add some sugar in it. Wait, no, that's the sugar. I'm not going to add any sugar. Should I add some sugar? Yeah, I need to add some sugar. Dun, 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 dun. So this is actually a stevia, raw sugar and stevia combo, so it's about half the sweetness. Double the sweetness, half the calories. It's from our organic sugar company that we get our sugar from here. Delicious, but it's part stevia. So it's stevia and sugar. No artificial sweeteners or anything in there. So that's going to be our crumble. Of course, we need to have sugar in the top, or sweetener in the topping. It's going to help give it the crispy crystallization that we like. So look at that. Oh my God. Butter and sugar and nuts. You can't go wrong with that. You really can't. So next thing on the list is over in my frying pan here. I'm just gonna reuse this. That's why I'm cleaning this. I'm gonna put this butter into the frying pan. Easy peasy. I'm gonna let that start to just melt down. And when that starts to melt, I'm gonna add in some water and a few other ingredients. And then, look at this. I've got here, these are mora berries, which are like the Costa Rican blackberry. They're a lot more tart than your regular blackberries or raspberries, but they're gonna be really delicious. And I've got a ton of apples here. I've got 4 different types of apples: Granny Smith, a Red Delicious, and a Gala style apple that I've chopped up, and that's gonna be the base. We're gonna have more apple than we do topping for this, just because I don't like super heavy dessert, so that's gonna be actually breakfast. We'll have this for breakfast, not necessarily as a dessert. So that while that butter's starting to simmer, I'm going to show you a couple of other things. I want to remind you that Jerry's book, Shit the Moon Said, is available for free in audiobook version on Amazon currently. So if you haven't read Jerry's books, Jerry is the founder and owner of Rythmia, my boss, my bud. He wrote this book a couple of years ago, and it's all about his first experience with plant medicine and how he got all of the inspiration and ideas to create Rythmia. Great quick read, but if you're more of an audiobook person, go to Amazon and download the audiobook for free right now. I think that is brilliant that we're able to offer that. The other thing I wanted to show you is I was going through some old pictures that my mom gave me, and I found this one. Look at that cutie. It's me when I'm a little bit younger than Kobe there. Kobe's 9 months. She just turned 9 months old last week. I think I'm a little bit younger in that picture, so that was funny. And then I found this one. And it's interesting because I was on a plant medicine journey recently, and this is the version of myself that I saw. during one of my journeys, and it was fun just now, earlier today, to come across this photo and see myself in that sweater. My mom's knit me that sweater. It's 3 girls and a skipping rope. So funny. So hilarious. So I just thought I'd share those with you guys today. So now the butter's melted. That was my MO there. Kill some time while the butter melts. So this butter is, melted here. I'm going to add a bit of water. Yes. And then I'm going to add a couple more things. Levi, you can stay right there. So to my butter and water, I'm going to add my cinnamon. And I've actually got the light brown here is cinnamon. The dark brown is vanilla powder. So I buy vanilla in liquid form, full bean form, and powder. Just because I like the variety. And sometimes I don't want to add liquid vanilla to a dry recipe. So that's what I have the powder for. And that's what I'm using here. And then I also buy the full vanilla beans, which I think I've shown you guys here on Facebook before. Delicious. You can just scrape the seeds right out of that. And once the seeds are all done, you can put that vanilla bean into a jar with some sugar, and then you get vanilla sugar. Really, it just infuses it. So I got that going. Then I'm going to add in my sugar. So it's the same. I use that raw brown sugar stevia sweetener. And I just want to stir that all up so that the sugar is really starting to cook down. Look at how delicious that looks. It smells awesome, doesn't it, Levi? Mm-hmm. So yummy. You can see it starting to bubble up. The butter and the sugar is caramelizing. So then I'm going to add in my fruit. So here's my mora, blackberries, and some apples. Why not? All of them. So, by the way, I sliced these apples up earlier today, like late this morning. And to keep them from going brown, I just squeezed a lime on them. I didn't have any lemons, so I squeezed a whole lime on there. And that just helped slow down the oxidization process so that they didn't get all ugly and brown. Not that it would really matter because they're going to get brown anyway in the cooking process. But that's just a little tip for y'all. If you want to pre-slice apples for any reason, if you're using them in a Waldorf salad or in a fruit salad or whatever, just slice them up and just give them a good coat in lemon or lime juice. If you're using them in a salad or something like this, you're not going to worry too much about the citrus taste or the lemon or lime taste, because it's just going to get lost in whatever you're cooking it. So what I want to do, I didn't have my pot hot enough, is I want to let this start to cook down a little bit. So what I would do is put the lid on here, let it cook down, but we're not going to bother with that today. We're just going to transfer it right into a pot, or to a pan for cooking. So I'm going to add a bit more of my vegan spray here. I'm going to throw my apples in here. I'll bring a pot over to you, Levi. Yum, yum, yum. So I'm just going to scrape those in here. I don't mind a little bit of a crunch to my apples in the baked crisp, because it's only going to bake for about 15-20 minutes. So they're not going to cook right through. They're slightly softened right now. They smell great. The color looks beautiful. So I just want to get those a little bit even here. Like, this doesn't get any easier, right? I had an apple muffin recipe that I was going to show you guys, but I'm not going to bother doing that today. So that's that. Easy, easy. And you could substitute apples, obviously, for any fruit that you want. Rhubarb would be really good in there with some strawberries. Put my crumble top on. Oh, yeah. Kobe and Levi and I are going to enjoy this. Sorry, guys. So there you go. And then I'm just going to even that out and just, make sure it's in there real good. Beautiful. Toss her in the oven. Hey, bada boom, bada bing. So now we've got 2 amazing desserts in there. I'm not going to forget to get that out of the oven in the next 10 minutes. Love the outfit, says Lisa. Thank you, guys. I'm hoping you guys are all still with me. I'm not seeing very many comments, so I'm hoping that maybe that's just a connectivity issue and that you're all still there. If not, you can rewatch. People can rewatch them when this is on the replay. The last thing 2 other things I want to show you guys. Can I tell you what a foodie my daughter is? See what this is? Looks like chocolate. But what is it really? It is, sorry, I feel like I'm suffocating myself a little bit, or smothering myself. Black garlic. So I sliced up black garlic today at lunch and put it on the tray with some lentils and some tuna for my daughter, and she loved it. That was her favorite thing, the black garlic. Black garlic, I've done a whole Facebook Live on it. It is a fermented aged garlic. So it's the whole cloves. This is what they look like. This is the outside of the garlic clove. My daughter just ate a half of a whole clove. How funny is that? Little foodie in the making. She loved it. It was her favorite thing on the table. So that was kind of a funny thing to share with you guys. Okay, so the last thing, and I'm going to show you this because it's so easy and delicious, and it's going to be a snack for Levi and I, is a smoothie, an apple smoothie. So people don't think, it's not your go-to, right? You don't go to apples as a smoothie ingredient. You know, we always use bananas, we always use frozen berries, but apples are just as great of a smoothie ingredient. So what do I have here? I have a green apple, a Granny Smith little guy. So I'm going to put one whole apple in here, along with a handful of kale that I washed up. So we're going green, we might as well. What I have here is coconut yogurt. So this is coconut milk cultivated with probiotics, that's it. And Kobe drinks this. We don't give her regular yogurt, cow's milk yogurt, we give her this, and she friggin' loves it. There's a kitty behind me. See the kitty walking behind me? Kitty's grown. She's doubled in size since the last time you probably saw her. So I'm going to put in about a cup of this. So good. Woo! It's not sweetened or anything, but it tastes, you can taste the probiotic in it. Here I've got some almond milk. So I've been making my own almond milk again. I got lazy for a long time there and wasn't making my own almond milk, but I've been making it. I made it fresh this morning at 5 a.m. when I got up. I'm getting up at 5 a.m. a little bit the last few weeks to write my book. Hopefully I'll have that finished in the next year or so. And by finished, I mean it's going to be finished writing in the next couple of months, but then I'm going to have to get a publisher going and all that shit. And then I need to add some honey. This is a raw bee honey, right here from Costa Rica, right in the Blue Zone. It's a Blue Zone brand, I think. That might be a bit much because this is super sweet. I'm going to put in my sweetener. Obviously, if you're vegan, you would leave the honey out and maybe use maple syrup or some other. A whole date, pitted date would be good for a sweetener. Stuff is medicine though. And then some ice cold water and ice cubes. Super important ingredient, cinnamon. A little dash of cinnamon in there. Now we're just gonna blend that up. Bear with me. Oh, stepped on the cat! Oh my God, story of my life. It's either a kitten under my feet or a toddler, an infant under my feet these days. Turn on the blender. Because it's TV and that sound is rather annoying for you guys. And then I'm going to pour this out so Levi can be my taste tester. This is our mid-afternoon snack. It is 2:40 Costa Rica time. We had English muffins, Egg McMuffins for lunch. We didn't have much with a tiny bit of arugula on them, so we need to have something green. Delicious.
Gracias.
Cheers. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to good health. Cheers to whatever new normal comes. Cheers to being in the present moment, being okay with what is, enjoying what we do have, being grateful for all of the abundance that we have with our loved ones, our family and friends near and far. Salud. Not bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Extra creamy from that coconut yogurt and the rich milk. All right, my friends, that is it. That is all. MC Louise, oh my God, that is just the best coconut yogurt there is in Costa Rica. Yes, it is. Any thoughts on when the border will open? No idea. Hopeful that it will happen in June. Not likely. Honestly, I can't even speculate. I was just talking with Jerry the other day. It's really hard to have any idea. I think May 11th is the next date that the government here is set to announce either more rollbacks and restrictions or lengthening out the timelines on things like the border closing, so I'm not sure. As soon as we have any sort of idea, we will definitely be talking about that, sharing with everyone, because we want nothing more than to be able to have you guys come back to Rythmia so we can, all experience the beauty that is Costa Rica, the beauty that is the plant medicine and all the healing that is awaiting. I do know that Rythmia is still just vibrating with the most, high vibes right now. I was there. Levi and I were there a few days ago. It's just, it's a space, it's a sacred space, and it's just holding itself for you guys so that hopefully very, very soon you can be there with us. All right, my friends, that is it. That is all. Have a beautiful week. Let me see what I'm doing next Sunday. Next Sunday, it will be overnight oats. Go figure. I mentioned it today. We're going to be talking a ton of different ways to do that. Not just oats. We're going to be using different types of ingredients for those of you that may not eat oats. But if you're breastfeeding, you should be eating lots of oats because that's a great ingredient for upping your milk production. Little known fact. Okay, guys, love you. See you soon. Enjoy the week. Take care of yourself. Eat well. Be well. Mwah. Ciao.